Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goddesses. Welcome to Fresh Start Friday. Oh, wait a minute, Fresh Start Monday. It is the new week, March 15th, 2021. And a lot of goddesses have come through in this Fresh Start Monday. A total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was a lot to communicate today, so let's get right into it. So I will post the pictures right after this video is posted, and I will post them in the comments so you can see the pictures and get any other downloads for yourself to receive. So Marguerite Porret came through, Joan of Arc, Ananda Mai came through, Akalinda, Sarah, Lakali, Mai Bago, and Machig Ladonde. I'm gonna hope I say that right. But a lot of goddesses came through today. So the aligning message as we go as we are transitioning from winter to spring, dark to light, more light. Those of you that just had daylight saving time, we're now right at the middle where we have an equal amount of light and an equal amount of darkness. And we are shifting every day till we get to summer solstice, where we will have the climax of more light. So the theme that has been coming through with the guidance into as we transition into spring, okay, is weaving in this thread of love. Now, not just love like, not just from your heart, but how love is weaved into your power, your strength, your vulnerability, the way you see yourself, the way you present yourself out into the world, and the way how your energy translates and what you bring out and what you give and what you receive. Okay, so this is the current. This is the weaving, the core thread that has come through in all of the divine messages. So let's start with divinity of love, okay? Divinity of love. And so what comes through that is, do you believe in love for yourself? And do you believe that you are the love that you are seeking, right? Or you are or desiring to embody, right? It is already there. So I believe this is going to come back a little bit later, but there's a tendency for us to be seeking out like seeking out this love from everywhere else but within ourselves, right? So we seek the love from, the love from a partner, or we seek the love from, we want to hear the words, I love you, and it's good to hear them too. But there's a difference between that that neediness that I have to, or to the, or the state of like, what, I'm good. I'm surrounded by love. I'm good. I love me. I love, like, I could kiss myself. It's like that internal flame that is just like, you are so full of yourself in a good way, right? Not in a narcissistic way, but this fullness of, oh, I'm good. You could say I love you to yourself 50 times and you just feel, right? If you don't get it from outside, that's okay, because you love you, right? So there is this guidance of, do you believe in it? Do you believe in it for yourself? Do you believe that you are love? And are you, have you cultivated a space to receive it, to give it, and to heal and lead from it, right? When we talk about leadership, we talk about presenting yourself into the world and mixing and mingling with people and, having that discernment. But can you lead with love? Right? Can you lead with compassion and empathy when it is called for? Can you lead from that space where it's not so much like tunnel vision, but there is like you can put yourself in a person's shoes and be like, oh, wow. Right? So some things to think about when we're talking about aligning with the divine and aligning with love. Okay? So the next piece that we're going to bring in is strength, courage, and faith, right? And what do you stand for? So the graceful warrior is coming into play. Now, I know this is directly coming from Joan of Arc, right? So this as we are moving into a new season, right? Now I'm being called to remind you about where we were last year. This is not new, right? But I don't want you, I'd like to open up the expansion of this just a bit and to, that was last year. And for many of us, we're still in that. And what is being guided is to remember that you are more powerful than you know. And you have the courage to face anything that comes your way, even though sometimes it feels like, holy crap, how am I going to do this? And to have faith in yourself, have faith in your capabilities, have faith in all the beautiful elements that is you, your talents, your expression, your voice, your presence. Have faith, because you are the instrument of your own destiny, right? When I say that, it's like you have the power to co-create various facets of your life. I know there's some things that is beyond our control, right? Like this pandemic is beyond our control. But there are things that we can choose, right? So where we have the graceful warrior, it's like this beautiful marriage of the masculine and the feminine, right? We have the warrior who has the sword and is very discerning and, cutting cords, anything that does not need to be there, clearing the pathway, right? But has this beautiful extension of grace, right? To breathe into life, into spaces, and to power through, right? Another thing that comes through with this one is to remember the lessons. Remember what you have learned, right? Remember where you were in deep thought and be like, and thinking about like what's going on, how are you going to change, what are you going to do, things like that. So remember, don't forget about them. Right? As the guidance is, don't forget about those lessons. Don't forget about those revelations. And as we slowly start to get back to normal, right? Don't forget, right? And remember, and to act upon with grace and courage and faith and strength. Okay? All right. So the next one: be still, listen. You are and you have what you need, and your transformation is already here. Okay, I'll say that again. Be still, listen. You are and you have what you need. The transformation is already here. Okay, so what does that mean? Be still. So it is to remember those spaces of sacred pause. Right? To be still and listen, right? We talked about leading from the heart, right? So, so you're also you're also being guided to listen to your inner compass, listen to your womb, listen to your heart, right? And to as in the space of transformation and breakthrough, we tend to think, okay, once you do X, Y, and Z, everything will fall into place. Okay, yes, you do need to do some work or some practices or some explorations and stuff. But you see, the elements and the things that you're pulling together to embody the fullness of yourself, those pieces are already there, right? Those pieces are already there. You're now just coming into a space where there is a heightened consciousness to them, and you're bringing them in alignment with your truth, right? And I've said this before. So when you think about, when you're thinking about, okay, what else do I need to do? What else? So the guidance is to be still. Come into a space where you can tune in. Whether you need to look out in the sky and zone out, or to close your eyes and go within and focus, bring your energy down to your womb and just ask the question that you want to be answered. Ask the question, whatever it is. And if you don't know, you can just ask, what do I need to know right now? And just notice. Breathe, take some deep, heavy, big breaths and listen. Just listen, okay? Sometimes, as you know, you hear me talking about it, sometimes it comes out as a word, a thought, a picture, person, place, thing. Whatever that you receive, just notice, right? And capture it, write it down after. And just notice what came through. This is how you begin to sharpen that intuitive guidance within you, to listen, to be still, right? Because when you open up that spaciousness to listen, then there is space for that guidance to come through. Okay? Next one. What do you choose? Okay? So there's this element of choice. Okay, what do you choose? And so the guidance here, is, what do you choose? Expansion, constriction, love or anger, frustration or ease, right? So there's always a point where, you're faced with something, or you're noticing things are like really good, or you're noticing things that are just like, right? And so the guidance is, as we move into spring, is what are you choosing as we move into the next season, right? What habits, what are you choosing? What are you thinking? What is the frequency? What is the energy putting out? What do you choose? Remember, we said last week that the divine does not, the divine liberates. The divine does not constrict, right? So it goes back to here. What do you choose? Expansion or constriction? Love or anger? Frustration or ease? Okay? So it's a reminder of the choices that we can make, and also to pay attention to how you feel. It comes back to the new moon messages about embodiment. What do you feel? How do you feel? Does it feel good? Does it feel pleasurable? Does it feel constricting? Does it feel like, right? Yucky, right? How does it feel? And what frequency do you want to go into? Right? What space do you want to be in most of the time? I mean, that's an obvious one, but still, when we're coming into, when we're living with intentional living and balance, and being in this beautiful dance of the masculine and the feminine, when we come into alignment with our truth and our purpose, right? There's ease. There's much more ease. Okay? Not to say that it's always perfect, but there's much more ease. So, when there's constriction, as you know, if you put your hands like this, then there's no room, right? There's no room for anything to get in there, right? Just clasp your hands together and hold them tight. Nothing can get in, right? It hurts after a while. When you relax it and allow space to go through, now there is spaciousness to hear, to move, to flow, and to be in that elevated frequency, right? Okay. This message came through very clearly, and I don't know if I need to, if anything else is going to follow it. So let me just read it out, okay? This came through very clearly. All right. You were never meant to fit the mold. Stop trying to fit in. I'm going to read that again. You were never meant to fit the mold. Stop trying to fit in. Right? How does that feel? Like, are you already there? You're like, yes! Right? Or is there is there a little softness that went in there like, oh, okay. Right? You were never meant to fit the mold. So I find it very interesting that, as we grow up, we're told to be ourselves, be unique. Don't be like anybody else. Be proud of who you are, right? However, the way, our conditioning and societies and how we move and cliques and groups and stuff, we look for groups where, we can be ourselves, but we can also fit in. And how do you fit in? You fit in with people that maybe are like you or have the same values, or, that maybe speak your language, right? So I think it was in maybe Clueless or Never Been Kissed, the movie, where you see the pockets of kids, you have the popular, the fashionable girls over here. You have the punk rockers over there. You have the scientists over here, etc., right? In being yourself, you still fit yourself into a group where you feel welcomed, right? Who allows you to be you. Now, here's the thing. As you are in these groups or in these pockets of people, are you actually really being your full extension of yourself? Or do you pull back a little bit because you want to be accepted in the group that you are with, that you are in? Right? Think about that. Okay? You were never meant to fit the mold. So as we move in the world and find soulful relationships that really nourish and feed us, and we have people that will be there for us and got our back and everything like that. Notice, are you being the full expression of yourself, or are you pulling back in order to fit in, or in order to be liked, or to do what, everybody in your circle will do, instead of being your full self, right? So the idea is, stop trying to fit in. Be 1000%, the person that you were designed from the frequency of love. And then you will attract those beautiful humans who welcome you, all of you, right, as you are. And those people may not be the same as you, right? They may not have some of the same opinions. However, they see you, and you own and be you in any environment, right? Okay, I got 3 more here, and I'm seeing the time. Who are you devoted to? I know that kind of jumped out there. Who are you devoted to, right? So again, in the shift of spring, what are you devoted to? So this is talking about really your energy, your time, right? As we go, this is 1, 2, 3, we're in month 3 of 2021. So it's pointing back to, where are you spending your energy? Where are you spending your time? Are you, I know we all have big lofty goals at the beginning of the month, right? Beginning of January. So are you on track, right? Are you on track? Does it feel good? Are you in that, momentum? Have you pivoted a little bit? Where are you spending your time? How are you spending your time? Who are you spending your time with? What are you devoted to? Are you devoted to your personal development, your growth, whatever it is? What are you devoted to? And to just take a moment to reflect on and check on it. How are you doing? Right? Okay. Face me to set free, to be set free. Shadow and light. Okay? So as we're in this space, we're coming out of the new moon, okay? And we're moving into an equal exposure of light and dark, right? And then after that, we're going into the fullness of the full moon, right? So our bodies are literally making space for the light. Okay, for the light codes, for the downloads, right? We are literally getting them in our bodies. The more light that is coming through, it is, I wouldn't say forcing, but it is giving us an opportunity to face that darkness, to face that shadow, right? To be set free. So if there's any residual, shadows or darkness or things that you need to face, as we transition, right, into this new energetic frequency, right, your body is energetically primed for this, right? So it is a beautiful time to really look at things and face them, right? Face them so you can be set free. Forgive, release, look at the darkness so you can receive more of the light, okay? Last thing, right? As we talk about the light, the sun, the nature ancestor came through of the sun, surrounded by brightness, connected to your inner fire. Okay, so this is twofold, again, from a continuance from the new moon. It is, surrounded by brightness. Well, surrounded by your guides, your guardians, right? Your angels. So, as a good way to feel this is, go out in the sun. Go out in the sun and just be in the beam of light. Close your eyes and just feel how that warmth feels on your skin. Feel that warmth and feel that sensation of being bathed in the sun. Now, if you're sensitive to the sun, you got to be careful. But you understand what I'm saying. When you feel that warmth and when you feel that energy of the sun, it is like your angels, your guardians, are surrounding you, letting you know we're here. We're here for you, right? And to connect to your inner fire, that is part of the creativity, right? So again, that's continuing from the new moon, this creativity fire, right? So that the universal energy to support you there is still there. Keep going, right? So this is why spring is so exciting, because there is a freshness, there is a rebirth, the earth is rebirthing. Your body is literally shedding and opening to newness and fullness. You're becoming a little bit lighter. You want more plants, more fruits, more vegetables, right? You want to be outside more. It's like it's like coming out of hibernation. It's like, let's go. Within safety. We're still in that time right now. But, this is where we are. Okay? So, when we come back to the core of love for yourself, giving and receiving. Love for yourself to choose what is healthy and best for you. Okay? Love for yourself to know your own uniqueness, and don't let anybody try to mold you if you don't want to, right? We're all born from the beautiful frequency of love, and if you're in this container, we have a shared desire and a shared common interest of spreading this love and unity into the world, and equity, right? And then the love of where your energy is being pointed and focused, okay? And to feel the love. To feel that you are surrounded by love always, always, always. Okay? So these are the divine messages, the goddess messages, as we move into this week and as we go into the spring equinox. And I'd love to invite you to a celebration, a sacred ritual ceremony that is happening this Saturday. It's within the Liberated Womb Sisterhood, so I'm opening the doors for a sacred invitation for you to come and join us on Saturday, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Saturday. We're going to gather for 2 hours for a bit of movement, a bit of channeling, a bit of drop-in, and a bit of sharing. It's going to be a beautiful journey where we really take these messages and we really harness them, we embody them, we awaken them, we bring in that sizzle of energy into our bodies and into our frequency to really propel this force that is within us, to keep continuing moving forward into the redefining these beautiful new pathways that we are reforming together, right? So it's this Saturday. The link is posted in the description here. Love for you to be there. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, Hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. Sending you all so much love and gratitude. I love it. We're in daylight savings time. It just passed and we have more sun. Yes. Much love, everybody. We'll see you all real soon. Bye.